Next, we'll need to install the cleaning rollers. So again, press the blue latch button to open the cover and lift the cover open. You have the cleaning roller that we took out earlier. First, we need to make sure that we remove the blue tape and the liner from the cleaning roller prior to installing it into the printer. So with the liner removed, you can discard that and you will install the cleaning cassette simply into the printer. Lastly, we have the larger cleaning roller. Again, discard the blue tape along with the liner and install this into the cleaning roller by pushing down and then up twice. We will now install the I-Series True Colors ribbon into the printer. So you will remove your ribbon from the packaging. You have two cleaning rollers inside of the packaging. Just put those aside and reserve for future use. When you remove your roller or your ribbon from the packaging, you'll notice we have a blue core and we have a purple core. We want to verify that the purple flange meets to the purple hub in the printer and that the blue flange will meet to the blue hub. When you first go to install the ribbon is adhered to itself. You just need to release the ribbon from itself and make sure that it securely attaches to the blue core. Take your purple flange and match it to your purple hub. Push in and down to secure the ribbon. Make sure that the ribbon is securely engaged to the gray core. Now I can pull ribbon out and install the blue core. Same process. Push in and secure. Once you have both cores installed in the printer, verify that the ribbon is underneath the color ribbon sensor. We will now install the transfer film. Remove the transfer film from the pack. Again, green flange core, white flange core. The green flange core needs to go to the green hub, the white flange to the white hub. When installing, once again, pull on the transfer film until it releases from itself. Wind it so that it adheres to the cores. So when installing this, we actually want to install the take-up side first with the white core. So we will install the white flange to the white and install it correctly. Verify that it engages on the hub and that it's underneath the sensor. We will then roll the transfer film down to the supply side and once again install it into the printer, verifying that it engages onto the hubs again and that it's underneath the sensor. Now that we've loaded the ribbon and the transfer film, we can go ahead and close the main door. We will now load laminates into our ZXP Series 8. So we want to open up the laminate door. You will notice that we have a blue spindle and a yellow spindle corresponding to the top roll or the bottom roll. This will correspond to our cassettes. So I have a blue cassette for the top and I have a yellow cassette for the bottom. So we need to remove the media from the packaging. So when you remove the media from the packaging, you need to discard the two foam protector blocks that come in for shipping. Take note that this is a blue core, so this would be for my top laminate, will be installed in my top cassette. So to do this, I need to open my cassette and then I will orientate the laminate into the cassette. Notice that there is a slot in the cassette for the thumb wheel on the laminate. I need to make sure that the laminate fits in this way. If you install it backwards, it will not churn properly or feed correctly once installed in the machine. So always verify that the thumbs match to the slot in the cassette. Another reason to verify that the core is properly placed. If you try to install this backwards, it will not fit on and you cannot install it onto the hub as you can if it is correctly oriented. So now that I have my laminate roll in the cassette, I need to remove the sticker with the item description on it. I also need to remove some of the laminate because this will be a very jagged edge and we want to ensure that we have a clean edge. So once I remove it, I want to have some of my laminate exposed from the cassette, covering the white roller. And now when I close my cassette, I will now be able to trim my laminate flush and even with a straight edge to the cassette open. So to get our straight edge, we'll just take a pair of scissors and carefully and evenly cut the laminate. Now we need to verify that our laminate is even with the lip. It should not protrude from the enclosure. So if it is, use the thumb wheel and pull the laminate back so that the laminate is not protruding from the lip. So to load the laminate cassette, we'll take our cassette, slide it onto the spindle. I will then need to secure the laminate cassette to a latch, and I will hear an audible click and I will see this latch engage. Once you hear that and see that the latch is in this position, your laminate cassette is successfully installed. So now we'll load our bottom laminate into the cassette. Again, yellow to yellow to yellow, always verifying that we have a match in the colors. So it's exactly the same process that we do for the top. You load the roll into the cassette, close the cassette, trim the edge, and then verify that your edge is not protruding from the lip. We will now install the cassette into the printer. So once again, load the cassette onto the spindle, and then we will twist into position, verifying that it latches. Now that we have the top and the bottom laminate loaded, we need to close the cover. We will now connect your ZXP Series 8 printer to a communication source to a PC. You have two options. First option is a USB port. It must be a 2.0 USB speed, or you have an Ethernet port that you can connect. And this is a 10-base 100 system that you can install. You must select either one, but you cannot have both connected at the same time. You will also need to connect a power cable to your ZXP Series 8. First thing, verify that the power switch is in the off position. Then you can connect a power lead to the back of the printer. The power supply in the printer is an auto switching power supply, so 110 or up to 240 and the printer will function correctly.